Do you love cats? Cats are so silly. They love to play, they love to nap, and they always have crazy adventures. Are you ready to meet some crazy cats? These cats will make you laugh. They might even teach you something new. Let's go. Whiskers was a curious kitten. He loved to explore. One day he saw something exciting. A red ball sat on a high shelf. Whiskers stretched and jumped. He couldn't reach it. He meowed sadly. "What's wrong?" asked his sister Mittens. "I can't reach the red ball," cried Whiskers. Mittens smiled. "We can help each other," she said. Mittens gave Whiskers a boost. He grabbed the ball. They played together, happy to be friends. Patches was a playful kitten with black and white fur. He loved chasing butterflies. Every morning as the sun rose, Patches would dart out into the garden, his eyes wide with excitement. The fluttering wings of the butterflies were like a magical dance to him, and he would leap and bound, trying to catch them. The garden was his playground, filled with the scent of flowers and the sound of chirping birds. But there was one thing Patches hated: the vacuum cleaner. The moment he heard its roar, his fur would stand on end, and his playful demeanor would vanish. It was big and noisy. The sound was like a monster growling, echoing through the house. It made the floor rumble. The vibrations felt like tiny earthquakes to Patches, making him feel uneasy and scared. One day, the vacuum cleaner appeared. It was cleaning day, and the dreaded machine was brought out from its hiding place. Patches ran and hid under the couch. His heart pounded as he watched the vacuum move closer and closer. Suddenly, Patches heard his friend Sparky barking. Sparky's bark was loud and confident, a stark contrast to Patches's fear. Sparky was a little dog. He had a coat of brown and white fur and a tail that never seemed to stop wagging. He wasn't scared of anything. Sparky wagged his tail. He approached the vacuum cleaner with curiosity, sniffing it and even playfully pawing at it. The vacuum wasn't so scary after all. Seeing Sparky's bravery gave Patches a newfound courage. Patches came out and played with Sparky. Together, they chased each other around the room, the vacuum cleaner now just another part of their playground. Playing was more fun than being scared. Patches realized that with a friend by his side, even the scariest things could become less frightening. From that day on, the vacuum cleaner was no longer a monster, but just a noisy machine that couldn't stop him from having fun. Oliver was a fluffy orange cat. He loved tuna fish. One afternoon, Oliver's owner gave him a big can of tuna. Oliver was so happy. He started eating it all by himself. He didn't want to share. His sister Cleo looked sad. "Can I have some, please?" she asked. Oliver ignored her. He ate all the tuna. His tummy hurt. Oliver learned a lesson. Sharing is caring. Next time, he would share with Cleo. Section 5. Luna learns to say sorry. Luna was a playful kitten. She loved to bat at things with her paws. One day, Luna was playing with her friend Simba. Simba had a favorite toy mouse. Luna accidentally batted it away. The toy mouse flew across the room. Simba was upset. Luna felt bad. She had made her friend sad. Luna nudged Simba with her head. She purred softly. Simba forgave her. They played together again. Section 6. Max and the Lost Kitten. Max was a brave black cat. He wasn't afraid of anything. One night, Max heard a tiny meow. A little kitten was lost and alone. The kitten was scared. Max felt bad for him. He knew what it was like to be lost. Max gently nudged the kitten. He led him back to his home. The kitten's family was so happy. Max felt good about helping. Even brave cats can be kind. Section 7. Daisy's Fear of Water. This is a story about a little calico cat named Daisy who had a very peculiar fear. Daisy was a sweet calico cat. She had the most beautiful fur with patches of white, black, and orange. Her eyes sparkled with curiosity, and she had a gentle purr that could melt anyone's heart. She loved napping in sunbeams. Every morning she would find the perfect spot where the sunlight streamed through the window, creating a warm, cozy bed just for her. She would stretch out her little paws and bask in the warmth, feeling completely at peace. But Daisy was afraid of water. The mere sight of it would make her fur stand on end. She would avoid the kitchen when her owner was washing dishes and steer clear of the bathroom when the shower was running. Even a little puddle scared her. If it rained and there were puddles outside, Daisy would tiptoe around them, her eyes wide with fear. She couldn't understand why something so simple could be so terrifying. One day, Daisy was playing with her friend Coco. Coco was a small, energetic dog who loved to run around and explore. They would chase each other in the garden, playing hide and seek among the flowers and bushes. Coco was a happy little dog. He had a wagging tail and a joyful bark that could brighten anyone's day. He was always up for an adventure and loved to make new friends. Coco loved to splash in puddles. Whenever it rained, he would jump into the puddles with glee, sending water flying everywhere. He didn't mind getting wet. In fact, he seemed to enjoy it. Coco jumped into a puddle. Daisy was worried. She watched from a distance, her heart pounding. She wanted to join in the fun, but her fear held her back. But Coco was having so much fun. He barked and wagged his tail, splashing around without a care in the world. Daisy could see how much joy it brought him, and she felt a pang of longing. Daisy took a deep breath. She knew she had to face her fear if she wanted to join Coco. She gathered all her courage and decided to take a small step. She dipped her paw in the water. It wasn't so bad. The water was cool and refreshing, and it didn't hurt her at all. She felt a little braver. Maybe she could learn to like water too. Daisy started to play with the water, splashing it gently with her paw. She realized that water wasn't as scary as she had thought. With each splash, her fear melted away, and she began to enjoy the new experience. Soon, Daisy and Coco were playing together in the puddles, having the time of their lives. Daisy had overcome her fear, and she felt proud of herself. She learned that sometimes, facing your fears can lead to the most wonderful adventures. From that day on, Daisy was no longer afraid of water. She and Coco would play in the rain, splash in puddles, and enjoy every moment together. Daisy's fear had turned into a newfound love for water, and she was happier than ever. And that was the story of Daisy's fear of water. A tale of courage, friendship, and the joy of overcoming fears. Section 8. Simba tries something new. Simba, the curious and adventurous orange tabby kitten, was always on the lookout for fun and excitement. His days were filled with playful antics and boundless energy. Simba loved to play with his toy mouse. It was his favorite toy, and he would spend hours pouncing on it, batting it around, and chasing it across the room. The toy mouse was his trusted companion in all his playful adventures. He chased it every day. No matter how many times he caught it, he never seemed to tire of the game. The thrill of the chase and the satisfaction of catching his toy mouse brought him endless joy. One day, his friend Luna brought him a new toy. Luna was a gray tabby kitten with a mischievous glint in her eyes. She loved to explore and discover new things, and she often shared her finds with Simba. It was a sparkly ball. Simba was unsure. He liked his mouse. The sparkly ball was bright and shiny, and it caught the light in a way that made it look magical. But Simba was hesitant. He had never played with a toy like this before. Luna batted the ball with her paw. It spun and shimmered. She nudged it towards Simba, encouraging him to give it a try. The ball rolled and glittered, creating a mesmerizing display of colors. Simba cautiously tapped the ball. He watched it roll a few inches before stopping. He was still unsure, but his curiosity was piqued. The ball was different from his toy mouse, but it seemed intriguing. It rolled across the floor. Simba chased after it. As he ran, he felt a new kind of excitement. The ball moved in unpredictable ways, and he had to be quick and agile to keep up with it. This new toy was fun. Simba found himself enjoying the challenge of chasing the sparkly ball. It was different from his toy mouse, but it was just as entertaining. He batted it around, pounced on it, and chased it with glee. Simba learned that trying new things can be exciting. He realized that stepping out of his comfort zone and exploring new toys could bring him even more joy and fun. The sparkly ball had opened up a whole new world of play for him. He could play with his mouse and the sparkly ball. Simba now had two favorite toys, and he loved them both. He spent his days switching between the toy mouse and the sparkly ball, enjoying the best of both worlds. Simba's playful spirit had grown, and he was ready for any new adventure that came his way. Section 9. Cleo and the Grumpy Dog. Cleo was a sleek black cat. She was very curious. She loved to explore the neighborhood. One day, Cleo met a grumpy dog named Bruno. Bruno barked loudly. Cleo was startled. She didn't understand why Bruno was so mad. Cleo slowly backed away. She meowed softly. She didn't want to fight. Bruno calmed down. He wagged his tail. Cleo learned that sometimes being kind is better than being curious. Try again next time. Section 11, Friends Forever. The crazy cats had so many adventures. They learned to be brave, kind, and always willing to try new things. Most importantly, they learned that everything is more fun with friends. They helped each other and played together. They were friends forever. The end.